Hey guys, and welcome to Drive Steady. Recently, the configurator tool was released for the 2020 Toyota Supra, and it's basically got three trim levels. The first is the GR Supra 3.0, which is the standard trim. The second is the GR Supra Premium, and lastly is the GR Supra Launch Edition. Now what I'll do is I'll compare these three trims, highlight some of the differences, so you won't have to muddle around in the Toyota website and do it yourself. Hopefully what it'll do is help you make a more informed decision when it comes time to pick out your 2020 Toyota Supra. So let's jump right into it. The 2020 Toyota Supra has three trim levels, and highlighted are the MSRP for each. In the standard GR trim, the base price is listed at $49,990. In the premium trim, it's $53,990, and in the launch edition, it's listed at $55,250. Here are the price differences in between each trim level. When going over the base trim level in the Supra, I was pleasantly surprised because it's actually packed with items that are essential for day-to-day use. You get the wonderful Michelin Pilot Sport tires, auto-folding mirrors, LED headlights and taillights, an 8.8-inch digital LCD gauge cluster, 14-way power adjustable seats, 10-speaker audio system with Bluetooth and XM radio, keyless entry and start, automatic rain-sensing windshield wipers, universal garage door opener, pre-collision warning, lane departure warning, Alcantara and leather seats, and of course, a rear view camera. Now, let's look at the premium trim level. The price difference between the standard GR trim and the GR Premium is an even $4,000. Here are the extra features you get when you jump into the premium trim. Full leather seats, sport pedals, 12-speaker JBL audio system, an 8.8-inch infotainment screen with navigation. Now, one thing to mention here is you can option this bigger screen into the standard trim. Continuing the list of differences in the premium trim, you also get wireless charging for your phone, heads-up display, heated seats, a high output charging port, red brake calipers, and bigger rear brake rotors. Even though $4,000 is a pretty big jump in between trim levels, I have to admit that Toyota is really packing it in with this premium level trim. My personal favorite items are the jump from the 6.5-inch infotainment screen to the 8.8-inch infotainment screen, which also gets you Apple CarPlay. The second is the jump from the Alcantara and leather mixed interior seat to a full leather interior seat, because I have grown to not like Alcantara interiors. They wear terribly. And last are those red brake calipers. I think those look really, really cool. Now let's cover the jump from the premium trim level to the launch edition. The difference in price between these two is $1,260. For that price, the launch edition gets red mirror caps. You'll only have a choice between red, black, and white exterior paint, matte black wheels, and if you choose black or white exterior paint, you get a red interior, which is exclusive to the launch edition. However, if you pick the red exterior paint, you get black interior leather, which can also be optioned in the premium trim. And finally, you get a carbon fiber plaque on the interior designating the limited edition launch trim, which has an individual serialized number. Now, in my opinion, the launch edition makes no sense. Toyota is limiting your color choices, and I'm not really a big fan of red mirror caps. It seems like the only option that would be worth the jump is if you must have a red interior. If it was me, I would skip the launch edition, but hey, the choice is yours. Now that we've gone over some of the details in the trim levels for the 2020 Supra, let's go ahead and do a build and price and tell you which options and which trim levels we would go with to fit our personal needs. Now here you are, you've got the three trim levels, the standard GR, the premium, and the launch edition. For us, we really like the premium edition. Now the jump in $4,000 between the standard and the premium and all the items that you get are worthwhile in our opinion. Therefore, we like the premium. However, and like we mentioned prior, the jump between the Premium and the Launch Edition is definitely not worth it. So let's go with the Premium and let's go to the next step. Of course, you've got the BMW sourced 3-liter single turbocharged engine, which is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This engine has 335 horsepower and 365 foot-pounds of torque. Many magazines have tested this engine and say that this is an underrated engine, probably somewhere closer to 365, 375 horsepower. Now let's go ahead and pick a color. Now this is the difference you get when you stay in the Premium level trim as opposed to going up to the Launch. You get a wide gamut of options to go with reference to your colors. Now the ones that we were going back and forth with are the red. Here's the larger image of the red. There's some photos for you. And the yellow is another one that we were very intrigued with. Now this yellow is very nice. It has a nice depth to it. It's not like a highlighter yellow. So that's one of the reasons why we like it a lot. Here's a view of the interior. In the end, we decided to go with the yellow color because we feel like it's the most different. It stands out the most. It looks very, very cool. I think it would look nice in the sun or in the shade. And you only get one interior choice when you go with the Premium, and that's the black leather interior. The next step are the packages. You can see that Toyota is not really giving you a whole list of items similar to what German or other manufacturers are doing. You only get one option, and it's basically a safety option. Let's look at the details. You get dynamic radar cruise control, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, parking sensors with emergency brake functionality, and 50 state emissions. For $1,195, it's an argument whether you like it or not. For me, I don't really use any of these features. I think the only one that might be useful is the blind spot monitoring, but $1,195 just for blind spot monitoring, I'm not in favor of. So I'm going to skip this, and I'm not going to option. I'm just going to take it the way it is with the Premium trim. Now the accessories. Some of the stuff here is actually pretty interesting. The carbon fiber mirror caps for $925. I can see this being a very popular option. Next is the paint protection film. A lot of manufacturers are doing this now in that they're offering paint protection film straight from the factory. I typically skip over accessories, but when taking a look at the ones that Toyota is offering in the Supra, I was pleasantly surprised with these two, and I might even consider taking these. But for now, I'm just going to go to the next step and leave it the way it is. So basically for us, we like the GR 3.0 Supra Premium level for $55,385. And in addition to that, you've got the $930 delivery processing and handling fee, which brings you up to $55,315. In conclusion, my final thoughts on the 2020 Toyota Supra, after looking at its trim levels and pricing went out to $55,000, I really like it. I think it offers a great alternative to those cross-shopping a Porsche Cayman or even one of the American pony cars like the Mustang GT or the Camaro SS. The price point is decent and you get good value for your money with reference to performance and features. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, drive steady.